Meow. Meow. So this is my little Sharma, and this is one of my favorite pictures of her. So I'm aiming for getting that really tall look. Sharma is a torty tuxedo. And isn't she distinguished looking? That nice little bib. And I'm, giving it a bit of a kind of musical curve. I like to get some rhythm in the drawing. It doesn't have to go exactly the same as what it looks on her, with that little jag in there. A simplified version. It's all about style, character. That back paw there poking out. And I have sped it up to double the speed here, so I don't draw quite this fast. But it makes it so the video isn't too long. It's her tail going over the edge of the bed there. And this one I'm using some lines to place her eyes. That little nosy. It's really got to think about what lines are important and which ones are not. Less is more. And what I discovered when I was drawing this is that she has one front paw hidden behind the other front paw, and that one that I thought was a front paw at first is actually the back paw. That one there that I'm working on is actually the back leg sticking out there. So I've made sense of it now, I guess. But not not before I got a few lines going in the wrong direction. But that's okay, it's all a learning process. And capture her expression. Gotta be, the lines around the mouth are really important for that because she has quite a, it's an expression that's very typical of her. It's her judgy look. She also has a sweet look. But more than anything, I wanted to capture that judgy look and exaggerate her height a bit. I don't know that I've really exaggerated it, but I've made sure I got her height. Anyways, the last drawing I did of her in this position, I made her too short. So, that you learn with each drawing. And carry it on to the next. There, that tail looks better now. I think I've simplified her nicely. Trying to make it look like that paw. That's the one there that, you know, I kind of showed how the one front leg is hiding behind the other one. And I'll put a simplified pattern of her markings on here too, because I don't want it to be about the markings, but it's really not her if I don't get, you know, somewhat a pattern of her markings. A suggestion. And especially that little bit of black under her chin. She really is mostly black. She doesn't have a whole lot of the orange on her, but she certainly does. On her back is basically just little, you know, a few lines of the orange. And that's how, you know, that's what these lines here that I'm putting are kind of to suggest that. I'm not sure if it really worked out the way I wanted it to, but, you know, it's an experiment. It's trial and error. That's what art is about. That bit under her chin and her little snip, I guess they call it. I think that's what they call it on a horse, isn't it? If anybody knows, let me know. When they have a little stripe of white down there, or blaze. No, they call it a blaze on a horse, I think. But those are part of definitely, you know, very distinguishing parts of her markings. And of course, her bib, her tuxedo bib. Just trying to make sense of the, you know, the little bits of orange throughout her. Suggest them somehow. And also just the way her little white snip is, it kind of makes her nose look a little bit crooked, which is, you know, part of her looks too. So the idea is, if you're drawing your own cat, you kind of got to get the, you know, the cattishness first, and then you can kind of tweak it to do those little things that make it your own cat. I got to be careful at this stage that I don't overdo it. You know, because you can just get the look that you like and then just take it that one step too far, and you lose that. I like that. I like what I did to her chin there. And whiskers. And pay attention to the direction of the whiskers. They don't necessarily have to be the same way as in the photo or on the cat that you see that you're drawing from life. Um, but, you know, just add to the rhythm of the drawing with them. Have them flow into the rest of the drawing. I'm liking her. So thank you so much for watching. And we'll see you next time.